Tonight on Wareham Viking News at 7, teacher and staff unions begin discussions of possibly mandating the COVID-19 vaccine for public school staff. Details on the Edaville Family Theme Park reopening for the winter season, and an update on the COVID-19 numbers in Wareham. All this and more coming up right now.
Live from the WCTV studios in Wareham, Wareham Viking News at 7 starts right now.
Hello everyone and welcome to Wareham Viking News. Thanks for being with us today on our live news show. I'm your host, Laura Clements, in front of the desk today, and welcome back. Be sure to join us Thursday at 7 p.m. to watch our show live, or Fridays at 9 a.m. to watch our rebroadcast. You can also catch our show on YouTube at Wareham TV to stay up to date with everything happening with the Wareham Viking News in our community by liking us on Facebook at Wareham Viking News or checking out our website, www.warehamvikingnews.com. With that, let's get right into this week's news. Wareham officials are beginning to talk about considering mandating vaccines for teachers and staff in the public schools. Teacher and staff unions are beginning these discussions with the school committee members Jeff Sweat and Mary Morgan, leading initial bargaining efforts. This comes after Superintendent Shaver Hood pointed out that there is an increase in students being put under quarantine than last year. She said that the district will start regularly providing those numbers on September 13th, when the number of students under quarantine, positive students, quarantine staff, and positive staff is mandated to be shared with the state. Shaverhood also mentioned that the school district is working with the State Department of Elementary and Secondary Education to develop a student testing system for COVID-19. Committee member Jeff Sweat shared his worry for the school's vulnerable people, noting that the community is only about 50% vaccinated for the virus. We have a moral obligation to take action and not wait until there is a crisis, Sweat commented, referring to mandating staff vaccinations. After the long lockdown due to the pandemic, many locals were unsure if recreational businesses would return and reopen for the coming holiday season. Edaville Family Theme Park has announced that it will reopen for the 2021 Christmas Festival of Lights. Edaville, a theme park that has been open for over 75 years, published a statement on Thursday, September 14th, that the park will be open from Thursday through Sunday for the Christmas Festival of Lights, starting on Saturday, November 13th. Although the owners likely wanted to be open for the summer season, they chose not to rush it along and aim for opening to begin the winter season off strong. The coming opening date will be the first time the park has been open since January of 2020, after the staff took necessary time to restock and prepare for reopening after Phase 4 of the Governor Baker's plan was put into effect. Masks along with temperature checks are procedures that will be implemented when the park reopens to the public. No outside food will be allowed in the park. Edaville Family Theme Park has also announced that pre-purchased tickets will also be honored. We will be doing reservations except for the guests with pre-purchased tickets, the Post states. They will be able to come anytime as we have internally worked out the details for this. Well, if you haven't heard about the waiting list for buses, it's quite a problem. This list, due to a shortage of drivers, is leading to students not being able to attend school due to lack of transportation. WVN has Sienna Cavallo on the story. Sienna?
Hi, this is Sienna coming to you with everything you need to know about the bus waiting list at Wareham Public Schools. Many parents are upset about the situation regarding the buses and have been very vocal when it comes to this topic. The waiting list to get onto one of the buses is very long. But why is this happening? Well, there's a few factors. Due to COVID, a full bus is no longer a full bus, and because of COVID, many bus drivers lost their jobs. But this isn't just a Wareham problem, it actually goes a lot further. It has become a statewide issue. In fact, the Massachusetts government has issued National Guards to help. This is a good sign. Although this may seem tough right now, it looks like things are looking up. Back to you, Laura.
Thanks, Sienna, for the information. WHS students, are you interested in a future career in journalism, such as a TV news reporter or a newspaper writer? Are you wanting to learn more about the news video production, video editing, sound, lighting, camera work, and more? Are you always finding yourself wanting to be the one to answer questions, or do you always like to know what's going on around town? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you should consider joining the Wareham Viking news team. Whether you are interested in script writing, lighting, sound, newspaper writing, anchoring, video reporting, teleprompting, directing, producing, sports, broadcasting, or even meteorology, we have opportunities for you at WVN. Whether you have no experience or lots of experience, you are just as valuable to our team. We teach all of our members the inner workings of our group and welcome everyone with open arms. This experience with WVN has led to students getting internships, scholarships, and jobs in the industry. No matter what your plans are, this experience will be valuable to you. We promise. Any students who are in grades 8 to 12 and attend Wareham High School are allowed to join. You must be in good academic standing. If you're interested in joining, reach out to AV Club President Indiana Troop at iTroop2023 at wareham.k12.ma.us or AV Club Advisor Mr. Fernandez at WCTVadmin at wareham.k12.ma.us. Well, folks, we do have to take a commercial break now, but when we come back, we have more stories to share, like an update on local COVID cases, an inside scoop on future student council plans, and our weather and sports report. All of this and more after the break.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This whole world confusing me. Clouds as lean as you've ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Wareham Viking News. I'm your host, Laura Clements, back to share with you some more of our local news. Without further ado, let's get right into it. We do have a package about the Student Council by Sophie Meniglia.
Hi, I'm Sophia and I have some pretty good news about Student Council. Our high school Student Council is having another fundraiser. We're selling cupcakes from our local Cupcake Charlie's to raise money for our homecoming. We're selling all yummy flavors like chocolate, lemon drop, etc. They're $3 a piece and the minimum you can purchase is 4 cupcakes. So teachers and students, if you want to treat yourself to a yummy snack, make sure you ask a Student Council member or see Miss Medina for more information. Class of 2025, is there anyone interested in being more involved? Your class is looking for more Student Council members to join. They are missing a lot of officer positions. Overall, we raise money for our school, for events that is happening at our school, and for your prom and your senior trips. So if you are interested, make sure to see Miss Medina, your class advisor, or another Student Council member in your grade. Back to you, Laura.
Thank you, Sophie. Awesome stuff. Well, let's take a break from the news and talk about what your week is looking like up in the sky. Sophie Meniglia is on weather this week. Sophie, how's the weather looking?
Thanks, Laura. I'm Sophie, and here's your Wareham Viking News weather report. Guess what? Today was raining, and the wind was blowing at 11 miles per hour. Around 70 degrees as well. Tomorrow should be raining, sadly too, and has highs of 74 and lows of 63. Let's take a look at the rest of the 7-day forecast. Saturday looks rainy too as well, with highs of 74 and lows of 64. Sunday will be partly cloudy, but temperatures look like highs of 70 and lows of 56. Monday we will finally have a sunny day, hopefully, with highs of 72 and lows of 55. Tuesday, another sunny day with highs of 73 and lows of 58. Wednesday should be partly cloudy with highs of 74 and lows of 64. And last but not least, Thursday, it looks like we might have some rain again with highs of 74 and lows of 58 degrees. Now for your Wareham Viking News trivia. What was the first soft drink to ever be in space? Is it A, Dr. Pepper, B, Sprite, C, Coca-Cola, or D, root beer?
Sputnik.
Mercury 13.
And the answer is C, Coca-Cola. Back to you, Laura.
Great. Well, thank you for that update, Sophie. And now we're going over to hear all about the interesting happenings in the world of sports with Sienna Cavala. Sienna?
Thanks, Laura. This is Sienna with your Wareham Viking News Sports Report. Last Friday, the Wareham boys had their first game, and they pulled a very big crowd and played a close game of 12-14 with AJ Lopes and Andre Silvia scoring 2 touchdowns. The volleyball team also had a home game last Thursday with a score of 0-3. Boys soccer also had a game Monday, winning with a score of 7-1. With a hat trick by Riker King and Armand Arujo, Luke Wiley, Nate Wiley, and Ian Clive, all scoring 1 goal. Last Sunday was the premiere appearance of rookie Mac Jones for the Patriots, and he did not disappoint. He threw for 281 yards and 1 touchdown pass. And even though the Patriots lost, many people still feel we have found our new quarterback. Last night, Red Sox beat the Seattle Mariners in extra innings with the final score as 9-4. As of right now, the Red Sox are holding on to one of the wild card playoff spots. Now back to you, Laura.
Thank you both. It is now time for us to take another short break, but you'll want to be here when we come back. Also, if you're a Wareham High School student, you're watching a shortened version of our broadcast. That's okay. You can watch the full version of our show at Wareham TV on YouTube. You can also read about the news going on in Wareham and our school by going to www.warehamvikingnews.com. Everyone else watching, we have tons more news. Thank you so much for watching.
Congratulations, graduates!
Welcome back to Wareham Viking News. Next up, we have a little update on the COVID-19 numbers in Wareham for the week.
Commercial. Give me,
We're going to cut to another quick commercial break, but when we come back, we will have the update on COVID-19 numbers along with an update on an injured hockey star and Eagle Scouts in Wareham. Stay tuned for more.
Fastball swung on and missed, and the Gatemen win their 8th title and won for the first time since 2012. The Wareham Gatemen are kings of the Cape Cod Baseball League. A strikeout for Zach Hart, and the Gatemen win it.
Welcome back to Wareham Viking News at 7. Our producer has informed me that we are having some technical difficulty, but we're getting that fixed right away, and we'll be back with more news.
3, 2, 1. Give me a bumper.
Well, it's now time for the local COVID-19 update. Wareham recently surpassed 2,000 total COVID-19 cases from the start of the pandemic. According to the September 9th report, we saw 51 new cases this week, showing a steady increase in COVID cases within the last month. The daily incident rate increased from about 29 cases to 31 per 100,000 people. That means that there were roughly 7 new cases each day over the past 2 weeks. The September 9th report also states that about 55% of the town has received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, increasing from about 58 people from last week. About 50% of Wareham residents, or 12,189 people, are fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Local public health experts do urge people to receive the vaccine as soon as possible, and there are still plenty of opportunities to if an individual chooses to do so. People aged 12 and over who live, work, or study in Massachusetts are eligible to be fully vaccinated. People over 18 may choose to receive any type of vaccine that they want, but people from 12 to 17 years of age may only receive the Pfizer vaccine. Those eligible can find vaccine appointments through the state's website, vaxfinder.mass.gov. In-home vaccinations can be set up by calling 833-983-0485 Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And now, a new story coming in from North Providence, Rhode Island. North Providence native AJ Quetta's life was thrown for a loop when he sustained a spinal cord injury during a high school hockey game. Although the injury did leave him paralyzed from the waist down, AJ has not let this call his ambition, as he comments that he's doing well, just grinding every day to become better than the day before. As he turns 19 in the coming months, he uses the same dedication he had for playing the sport to recover as efficiently as possible. Ever since that January 26th game in Springfield that changed his life forever, he has been constantly working to progress towards his mobility goals. I have more strength in my shoulders, he reports. I have way more neck control. There was a point where I was glued to the back of a headrest, and now I can move my head however I want, look left and right. So I've definitely made some progress since this started. He spends about 3 hours daily at Journey Forward in Canton, a nonprofit that has a goal of bettering the lives of people with spinal cord injuries and disabilities. AJ thanks the support from his father, Anthony Quetta, who has supported him throughout the entire process. AJ's ultimate goal is to be able to physically walk again, and his father believes that this is a goal he can achieve. There has also been a worldwide movement formed called AJ's Army to help provide long-term emotional and financial support for their family. To help AJ in his recovery, you can visit ajsarmy.com, the official website of those involved in aiding with AJ's recovery. Two Wareham boys were recently awarded with one of the Eagle Scouts' highest honors, joining the ranks of official Eagle Scouts. Liam Scott and Anthony Scarafa were celebrated last Sunday, September 12th, with their group, Boy Scout Troop 39, during a ceremony. They were joined on this important day by family, friends, teachers, fellow scouts, and mentors as they received this honor. The ceremony was held at Upper Cape Cod Regional Technical High School, where Anthony graduated from last year and Liam currently attends as a senior. According to Kim Carmen, the troop's chartered organization representative, they have only seen 5 boys reach the rank of official Eagle Scouts since July 2020, which makes this an even higher honor for Liam and Anthony to achieve this during the recent difficult and tumultuous times. The honor is awarded after years of hard work with the Boy Scout organization, meeting the strict guidelines for Eagle Scouts that many never pass. They both had to complete final projects. I can't be more proud of these scouts, Scoutmaster Chris Moulding closed the ceremony with, expressing his pride for the boys' achievements. Thank you all for coming. The crowd then celebrated with an assortment of treats and a lunch buffet. Some great stories there, but it is finally time for us to take another commercial break. We have much more to share though, like updates on the spread of the West Nile virus and some coverage on national news headlines for this week. We will be right back after these messages.
People in Massachusetts are asking what they can do to help stop the spread of the virus. Our response? Answer the call.
Hello? Thanks for calling. I've been worried.
Thanks. Now I know what to do.
Through what's called contact tracing, the MA COVID team will be reaching out to everyone who's tested positive for coronavirus or who has been exposed. Look out for area codes 833 or 857 and answer the call to keep your community safe. Visit mass.gov/MA tracing team.
Hi, now is your national news headlines with Amaya Anderson.
Thank you, Laura. In national news this week, as of this morning, it has been made public that the US and the UK have agreed to help their ally, Australia, to initiate the building of nuclear-powered submarines. In response, China has declared that this will increase the tension in the Pacific, leading to a potential arms race. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Zhao Lijian told reporters that the partnership greatly undermines regional pace and stability, aggravates the arms race, and hurts the international non-proliferation efforts. Also in recent news, Nicki Minaj took to Twitter to discuss her opposition to getting the COVID-19 vaccine. Biden administration officials stated that they had an early-stage call planned with Ms. Minaj to answer her questions about vaccine safety. However, Minaj believed she was invited to the White House to discuss her feelings on vaccination. Press Secretary Jen Psaki responded by saying, "We don't see this as a point of tension or disagreement. I want you all to know that we engage all the time with people who have big platforms and profiles. We offered a call with Nicki Minaj and one of our doctors to answer questions she had about the safety and effectiveness of the vaccine. This is pretty standard and something we do all the time," she states. Finally, on a lighter note, a few countries around the world seem to be opening up and eliminating most mask mandates and COVID-19 testing requirements after imposing them towards the beginning of the pandemic. Denmark has opened, as over 74% of their population is now vaccinated. Singapore is beginning to open up, accepting they may have to learn to live with the new virus. Thailand is opening some of its biggest tourist attractions with certain restrictions, as well as South Africa and Chile. Back over to you, Laura.
Thank you everyone for staying with us through this show. To keep up on all current Wareham news throughout the week, visit www.warehamvikingnews.com and like us on Facebook at Wareham Viking News. We will keep you updated with more reports and more articles on those platforms. We want to thank all of our dedicated viewers for watching and joining us tonight. We'll be back next Thursday night at 7 p.m. right here on WCTV.